Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into the high-octane world of a global titan, Red Bull.
That's right.
I mean, when you think of an energy drink, it's probably the first name that just pops into your head, isn't it?
Oh, most certainly, yeah.
It's this ubiquitous symbol, energy, ambition. You see everywhere. Busy cities, remote corners.
Absolutely. Recognized globally.
But how does a brand that huge, with such universal appeal, manage to not just, survive, but really thrive in markets that are incredibly unique, dynamic, often really localized?
That's the fascinating question, isn't it?
We're going to explore that paradox maybe through the lens of one of its most interesting success stories, Vietnam.
It's truly remarkable when you look at Vietnam. It's emerged as this profoundly significant hub for Red Bull.
More than just a place people drink it then.
Oh, far beyond just being a consumer market. It's a complex place, highly competitive. The distribution frameworks there are constantly evolving, which makes it a really crucial case study, I think, for anyone involved in the global energy drink sector. You know, from local players right up to the big international importers.
So lessons to be learned there.
Definitely. The way Red Bull navigates Vietnam's specific mix, this blend of traditional ways and modern market forces, it offers invaluable lessons in, strategic adaptation and supply chain mastery.
Okay, so that's our mission today, to do a really meticulous deep dive into exactly that, understanding the intricate world of Red Bull distribution and sourcing, specifically in Vietnam.
Right.
We want to uncover the foundational bits, grasping the unique local market dynamics, how Red Bull adapts subtly, leveraging the power of, say, digital platforms for sourcing efficiently. And this seems vital, identifying the key players, the ones who skillfully bridge Vietnam's production, its distribution capabilities, with the insatiable demands of the global wholesale market.
Yeah, making sure Red Bull keeps flying off shelves everywhere. And by the end of this deep dive, you, the listener, should possess a really nuanced understanding. You'll get that delicate balance between the established traditional networks and the newer, innovative wholesale models that really define the Vietnamese market today.
Okay.
We'll meticulously unpack the critical importance of things like flexible order options and the complexities, sometimes the headaches, of international export compliance.
Always tricky.
Always. We'll also reveal the surprisingly pivotal role that digital marketplaces play, especially platforms like Alibaba, in globalizing Red Bull supply.
Interesting.
And finally, we'll highlight why a specialized, trusted partner, someone like Asia Grocery Wholesale AGW, why they're absolutely critical in forging a smooth, reliable supply chain for authentic Red Bull coming out of Vietnam's vibrant economy.
Great. Let's jump right in then. Let's immediately immerse ourselves in this dynamic landscape.
Yeah.
Red Bull distribution in Vietnam.
Okay.
Because this isn't just, another market entry. It's an incredibly vibrant, fiercely competitive arena for energy drinks.
It really is.
You see it everywhere, don't you? Small, street-side vendors, little family-owned shops, even the big modern supermarkets. Red Bull feels like a constant, almost unavoidable.
It has that presence, yeah.
So what specific characteristics make this sector in Vietnam so unique? What does that mean for any business, local or international, trying to make its mark or, expand its reach there?
Well, the Vietnamese energy drink sector is, it's really a masterclass in market complexity. It's shaped by this truly fascinating blend of old and new.
Yep.
On one side, you have these incredibly robust traditional distribution networks.
Right.
Think of them as like the capillaries of the market. A really dense web of local market vendors, often operating out of stalls, maybe run by families for generations.
Wow.
Small, independent grocers deeply embedded in their neighborhoods, regional wholesalers who've built up these profound, trust-based relationships over decades.
Real community ties.
Exactly. And these networks are astonishingly efficient for that last-mile delivery, reaching consumers even in really remote or challenging areas where modern logistics might, struggle a bit. They rely heavily on personal connections, often informal credit systems, and just an unparalleled understanding of hyper-local demand, like right down to individual street corners.
Incredible granularity.
It is. But then on the other side, you have the growing influence of increasingly sophisticated modern wholesale models.
Okay, the contrast.
Yeah. This includes the rapid integration of e-commerce, the rise of large-scale professional logistics providers, with advanced warehousing, cold chain capabilities.
Whole modern infrastructure.
Right. And a new breed of highly efficient, often data-driven distributors, these modern channels prioritize speed, scalability, technological integration.
So two very different worlds operating side by side.
Precisely. This unique coexistence, this blend of the deeply traditional and the hypermodern, it creates both immense opportunities for broad market penetration and, understandably, some pretty complex challenges for importers.
I can imagine.
They need to deftly navigate these multi-layered channels, understand when to use one versus the other, or how to integrate them, all to ensure consistent supply, competitive pricing, and efficient reach.
So it demands more than just logistics knowledge.
Oh, yeah. It's local customs, consumer behavior, and modern supply chain efficiencies, a real juggling act.
That blend really does sound like a constant balancing act.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's drill down to the practicalities. What are the absolute non-negotiables for a Red Bull distributor operating in this bustling, dual-layered market?
What separates the reliable ones?
Exactly. What separates a reliable partner from one that might just leave you scrambling for stock?
Okay. At its core, the reliability hinges on a few critical elements, but one just stands out as paramount, maintaining unwavering stock consistency.
Okay. Just having it there.
Always. This isn't just, nice to have. It's a fundamental, non-negotiable requirement, especially given the consistently rising demand for Red Bull, both within Vietnam and across an expanding range of international export markets.
Right, because if it's not there...
people move on. Fast. Think about buying an energy drink, often an impulse thing, right? A quick pick-me-up, maybe essential for long hours.
Yeah.
If a retailer or a wholesale client can't consistently get Red Bull, consumers will inevitably and very quickly just grab whatever alternative is available.
And that lost sale multiplies.
Rapidly. Across thousands of points of sale, it escalates into significant lost revenue and it erodes brand loyalty over time.
So how do reliable distributors ensure that consistency?
Well, they have to invest heavily in robust inventory management systems.
Technology helps?
Big time. Sophisticated forecasting models, things that account for seasonal bumps, national holidays like Tet, even regional events that might cause a sudden spike in demand.
Thinking ahead.
Exactly. They also need exceptionally strong long-term relationships with their suppliers, with the manufacturers, relationships built on trust, consistent performance, ensuring they get a preferential, reliable supply flow.
Makes sense.
And furthermore, it requires having the necessary capital. You need to strategically hold sufficient inventory, not just for immediate orders, but to absorb those unexpected demand surges.
So a buffer.
A crucial buffer. This proactive approach to stock readiness means anticipating market needs, not just reacting, ensuring shelves, whether they're local or international, are never unexpectedly empty.
Okay, thinking about this consistent stock, a particular packaging format really seems central to Red Bull's strategy in Vietnam.
You mean the 250 milliliter?
Yeah, the 250 milliliter by 24 can pack.
Yeah.
Why is that one so overwhelmingly dominant? What makes that specific configuration such a linchpin for local distribution and international export?
It's actually a brilliant example of how seemingly small details can have massive logistical and economic implications.
All right.
That 250 milliliter by 24 can pack has achieved such widespread popularity for incredibly practical strategic reasons.
Okay.
It's overwhelmingly favored by both domestic retailers and international exporters, and it's all about striking this optimal balance between volume and, crucially, transport efficiency. For local retailers, it's just a perfectly manageable unit for display, for storage, for rapid sales. It offers enough stock for typical daily demand without eating up too much valuable shelf space, especially in smaller shops.
Got it. Practical on the ground.
But the real genius, I think, of this pack size truly shines when you look at international shipping.
How so?
The dimensions. The dimensions of these 24-can packs are meticulously engineered. They interlock and stack with almost perfect efficiency inside standard shipping containers.
Like Tetris?
Exactly like Tetris,
right.
Whether it's a 20-foot or a 40-foot container. This remarkable maximization of space means you can ship significantly more product per container than you could with less optimized packaging.
Which translates to...
Directly translates into dramatically streamlined logistics. And it makes it an incredibly cost-effective choice for bulk shipping globally.
Lower freight costs per can.
Precisely. By minimizing wasted space, distributors and importers drastically reduce their per-unit freight costs. And that cost efficiency is just a monumental driver for wholesale buyers. They're constantly looking to maximize margins in competitive global markets.
So it's not just about moving product.
It's about moving it intelligently, economically.
Yeah. That deep dive into the 250 milliliter pack's efficiency really underscores how every single detail matters in this game.
Absolutely.
So, given this pervasive demand and the clear preference for this specific pack, how do the leading distributors in Vietnam ensure they can consistently meet these requirements, especially when it comes to serving the needs of international export markets? What advanced strategies are they using to stay ahead?
It's really a combination of things: proactive management, technological integration, and just unparalleled agility.
Agility, okay.
With demand rising both within Vietnam and increasingly from regional and global export markets, the top distributors are hyper-focused on what we often term stock readiness.
More than just having stock.
Exactly. It isn't just about having some product. It's about having a consistently available supply of the most popular Red Bull variants. Specifically, things like Red Bull Gold Vietnam, Red Bull Gold Thailand, the Red Bull Zinc, and the Vitamin 250 milliliter ones.
The ones people really want.
Right. It involves anticipating market needs weeks, even months ahead, and having the sophisticated infrastructure and, frankly, the capital in place to move that product swiftly when needed.
So, beyond just inventory, what else?
Well, these distributors also excel at offering flexible order structures.
Why is that so important?
It's absolutely crucial for international buyers. They often face fluctuating demand in their own markets, right?
Sure. Things change.
Imagine an importer in, say, Europe. They need to respond to a sudden heat wave boosting energy drink sales, or maybe a special promotional period comes up. Rigid, high-volume minimum order quantities that could really strain their capital or lead to massive overstocking.
I'm missing out if they can't order quickly.
Exactly. Flexible options mean they can place orders that align precisely with their specific inventory cycles or those sudden spikes in consumer interest without being locked into inflexible commitments.
So it empowers the importer.
Directly. It lets them manage their own supply chains much more efficiently and profitably.
Okay, and the third piece.
Finally, streamline logistics. This is just a non-negotiable cornerstone of their operations.
What does that entail?
It encompasses optimized warehousing efficient layout, picking processes, maybe even leveraging automation. It means having robust, prearranged relationships with reliable trucking companies for getting things around domestically.
Right.
And direct access or strong partnerships with major shipping lines at key ports like Haiphong and Ho Chi Minh City.
Covering the whole journey.
Every single step, from the moment a product hits their warehouse to the second it's loaded onto a ship. It's all scrutinized for efficiency, minimizing delays, reducing transit times, maximizing throughput. This holistic approach ensures that continuous, smooth supply flow, meeting dynamic market needs head-on.
Okay, let's pivot slightly. Moving beyond the product itself and its local distribution. Let's focus more on the broader wholesale and export dynamics.
Right, the global picture.
When wholesale buyers and international importers look to Vietnam for Red Bull, what are the truly distinguishing characteristics they seek in a partner? What makes a distributor in Vietnam really stand out in the global marketplace?
That's a critical distinction to make because, as you say, it moves beyond just having the product to sell. Wholesale buyers are fundamentally seeking partners who can not only provide highly competitive pricing, which, let's be honest, is always foundational in the high-volume wholesale world, but also offer this comprehensive suite of essential services. Services that genuinely de-risk and facilitate international trade.
Simplifying complexity.
Exactly. They're looking for a partner who can simplify what is often an incredibly complex, potentially daunting process of sourcing from a distant market. So a distributor needs to offer far more than just a good price. They need unwavering reliability, absolute transparency in their operations, and a profound, demonstrable understanding of all those intricate regulatory and logistical nuances of global commerce.
Like an extension of the buyer's team.
Precisely. They need to act almost like an extension of the buyer's own supply chain team.
That makes perfect sense. So could you elaborate a bit more on the strategic importance of those flexible order options you mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
And how does competitive pricing really play into this for an importer's bottom line?
Absolutely. Flexible order options are strategically vital. They empower importers to manage their inventory with far greater precision, greater efficiency.
How so?
Well, imagine a small or medium-sized importer. They need to respond swiftly to sudden shifts in demand, maybe seasonal changes or unexpected market fluctuation.
Right. Unpredictability.
If they're locked into rigid, large minimum order quantities, it could lead to crippling overstocking, tying up significant capital and inventory that's just sitting there, or the opposite, severe understocking, leading to painful missed sales.
Neither is good.
Neither is good at all. Flexible options, however, mean they can order precisely what they need when they need it. It allows them to maintain a lean, agile inventory.
More responsive.
Much more responsive. And that responsiveness directly translates to their ability to consistently meet consumer demand without incurring unnecessary carrying costs or experiencing stockouts.
Okay, and the bulk purchasing aspect.
This concept of flexibility ties directly into the power of bulk purchase options, which are, unequivocally, a cornerstone of any successful wholesale strategy.
The economies of scale.
Exactly. By offering highly competitive prices for large quantities of Red Bull, specifically those popular 250 milliliter by 24 can packs, including the Red Bull Gold Vietnam, Red Bull Gold Thailand, the Zinc, the Vitamin 250 milliliter ones.
Right.
Distributors enable retailers and importers to capitalize on monumental economies of scale.
Which means?
It isn't just a marginal saving, it directly translates to a significant reduction in their per unit costs.
Okay.
And that cost advantage allows importers to either substantially increase their profit margins, giving them a much healthier bottom line, or, alternatively, offer more attractive pricing to their own customers.
Gaining a competitive edge.
A formidable competitive edge in their respective markets. It's really a symbiotic relationship. The distributor efficiently moves high volumes, and the buyer enjoys enhanced profitability and better market positioning.
That really underscores the financial advantage. But, okay, if we're talking about sending these large shipments across global markets, this raises a crucial question. What are the absolutely critical details that ensure these Red Bull shipments can actually make it to their global destinations without a hitch? Export compliance, we know, can be a veritable minefield. Regulations, potential delays.
You've hit on a point that just cannot be overstated. Export compliance is paramount, and it's precisely where a truly reliable distributor proves their indispensable worth. There are three crucial elements, I'd say, that such distributors must manage with meticulous precision, unwavering diligence.
Okay, what's the first?
First, ensuring strict adherence to labeling standards. This isn't just important, it is absolutely vital for international market entry.
Because every country is different.
Wildly different. Countries and regions have varying regulations concerning everything from language, specific font sizes for nutritional info,
Right.
to mandatory allergen warnings, country of origin marks, even specific symbols or certifications that must appear on the packaging.
So many details.
And a single, seemingly minor misstep here, maybe a missing translation, an incorrect symbol, it can lead to entire shipments being held indefinitely at customs.
Nightmare scenario.
Total nightmare.
Yeah.
Astronomically costly delays, substantial fines, or worst case, outright rejection, forced re-export, or even destruction of the product. So a top-tier distributor navigates this complex web of international labeling laws proactively. They know what's needed for each destination.
Okay, so labeling is number one. What's second?
Second, shelf life assurance. This is equally critical.
Making sure it's fresh.
Exactly. International buyers absolutely require robust guarantees that the Red Bull product will maintain its optimal quality, its taste, its efficacy for a sufficient period after it arrives in their market.
Right. It's got a long journey.
It does. And this isn't just a preference. It's a consumer safety issue and a business continuity requirement.
So how do they guarantee that?
A diligent distributor must expertly manage their inventory rotation, ensure that all products shipped possess ample remaining shelf life, far exceeding typical transit times. They often provide detailed documentation, too, like certificates of analysis or production date confirmations to rigorously verify this. That builds immense trust.
Okay, labeling, shelf life.
Correct.
What's the third?
And third, container optimization. This is essential for both efficiency and cost-effectiveness in global shipments.
Back to the Tetris analogy.
Exactly. It goes back to what we discussed with that 250 milliliter by 24 can pack. It's about the expert strategic loading of shipping containers to maximize every single cubic inch of available space.
Less wasted air, lower cost.
Precisely. It minimizes empty air, reduces the number of containers needed for a given volume, and thereby significantly cuts freight costs.
Makes sense.
Furthermore, it involves meticulous attention to weight distribution within the container. That's crucial for complying with shipping regulations and minimizing the risk of product damage during that often turbulent journey across oceans.
Right, safety too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
These might seem like minute administrative details or purely logistical ones.
But they're crucial.
Absolutely paramount for seamless, profitable, and hassle-free international transactions. They are the silent enablers of global trade. They prevent headaches, save vast sums of money, and cultivate that enduring trust between partners.
It's truly remarkable how digital platforms have just completely revolutionized global trade. I mean, shifting us from a world that was mostly in-person meetings, traditional trade shows,
Right, the old ways.
to instant worldwide connections. From your vantage point, how specifically has Alibaba cemented its indispensable role within the Red Bull wholesale market in Vietnam? It really seems like a game changer.
You're absolutely right. Alibaba has unequivocally established itself as a cornerstone for distributing Red Bull energy drinks within Vietnam's incredibly vibrant wholesale ecosystem.
How does it function exactly?
It functions as this immense digital marketplace. It acts as an extraordinarily efficient conduit, connecting a vast plethora of suppliers.
All types?
Yeah, ranging from large-scale, established distributors to more specialized, nimble operations, connecting them with an equally diverse array of buyers from literally every corner of the globe.
Wow.
Specifically, it caters with unparalleled efficiency to those looking for bulk quantities of Red Bull, including those highly sought-after variants tailored to the Vietnamese market, like the Red Bull Gold Vietnam, Red Bull Gold Thailand, Zinc, and Vitamin 250 milliliters.
So buyers can find exactly what they need.
With relative ease. This platform offers a level of access and transparency that was previously just unimaginable. It allows buyers to effortlessly browse, meticulously compare offerings, initiate direct connections with suppliers. It really democratizes access to global sourcing.
For businesses of all sizes.
Exactly. From nascent startups to established corporations, everyone can now participate in international trade with this newfound ease.
That level of digital connectivity and access sounds incredibly empowering for buyers.
It really is.
What are the specific tangible advantages that Alibaba offers when sourcing Red Bull, particularly from a dynamic market like Vietnam?
Well, the advantages of sourcing through a robust platform like Alibaba are truly multifaceted and significantly impactful for international buyers.
Like what?
Firstly, and crucially important for mitigating risk, the platform hosts a multitude of verified suppliers.
The verification is key.
Absolutely key. This rigorous verification process instills a profound sense of confidence in buyers. It effectively mitigates many of the inherent risks often associated with cross-border transactions.
Peace of mind.
Exactly. This emphasis on supplier authentication ensures not only the pursuit of highly competitive pricing, which is always a primary driver for bulk purchases, but also, more importantly, guarantees crucial aspects like quality and reliability in these wholesale transactions.
So you know you're getting the real deal.
You're not just potentially getting a good price, you're gaining that vital assurance that the product is authentic, that it meets specifications, and that the supplier is genuinely trustworthy and capable of fulfilling large orders.
Okay, that's huge. What else?
Furthermore, when you strategically choose to work with an experienced Red Bull distributor who is active and proficient on such platforms,
Right, the partner matters too.
the partner on the platform matters. Buyers gain a layered advantage. They benefit from the ability to easily explore a wealth of verified listings specific to popular variants like Red Bull Gold Vietnam or Red Bull Gold Thailand, ensuring they find precisely what they need.
Easier search.
Much easier. They also benefit from transparent pricing models, often with clear, itemized cost breakdowns that really help in budgeting and financial planning.
No hidden costs.
Ideally, yes. And perhaps most critically for international trade, they receive consistent export documentation, which, as we hammered home earlier, is absolutely essential for smooth and compliant international shipping.
Right.
So in essence, working through a platform like Alibaba, especially with a seasoned partner active on it, dramatically simplifies what could otherwise be a labyrinthine, error-prone process.
What's truly fascinating here is how these digital platforms don't just facilitate, say, domestic trade within Vietnam. They fundamentally amplify international reach.
They really do.
They create this seamless global pipeline, connecting supply in one country to burgeoning demand across the entire world almost instantly.
Precisely. Alibaba's expansive interconnected commerce ecosystem has been absolutely instrumental in amplifying Red Bull's international reach, to an extent that traditional, more localized channels could probably never achieve on their own.
How does it do that?
The platform provides an extensive suite of services explicitly designed to streamline cross-border transactions.
Like what kind of services?
Things like secure payment gateways protecting both buyer and seller, integrated logistics solutions that can manage freight basically from port to door, even multi-language translation services to overcome communication barriers.
Wow, really end-to-end.
It's a very holistic approach. It significantly enhances efficiency and reduces friction across global distribution channels.
So what does that mean practically for Red Bull from Vietnam?
What it means in practical terms is that Red Bull, whether it's produced specifically for the Vietnamese market or distributed from Vietnam's hubs, can find willing markets literally anywhere on the planet.
Truly global.
From bustling cities in Europe and North America to emerging economies in Africa and the Middle East. This dual functionality powerfully supports both the robust domestic demand within Vietnam and, simultaneously, it fuels international feed to satisfy consumption from remarkably diverse consumer bases worldwide.
Like a digital engine for global trade.
Exactly. It's a powerful, digitally driven engine that enables Red Bull to maintain, even expand, its global omnipresence, reaching customers wherever they are with efficiency and consistency.
Alibaba sounds like an utterly indispensable tool for global wholesalers then.
It largely is, yes.
However, no platform, regardless of its scale, is without its inherent challenges, right?
That's true.
From your perspective, what are some of the hurdles Alibaba faces within this dynamic digital wholesale ecosystem, particularly as it pertains to a highly sought-after product like Red Bull coming out of Vietnam?
That's a crucial qualification, because despite its monumental role and its technological prowess, Alibaba operates within an incredibly complex and fluid global environment. And it does face its share of formidable challenges.
Such as?
Well, one significant factor is the intense competition within China's e-commerce sector itself.
Right, it's not the only player.
Exactly. While Alibaba is an undisputed giant, it's constantly navigating this crowded, rapidly evolving digital landscape. Nimble, innovative competitors emerge regularly. This intense internal competition requires continuous innovation, substantial investment in technology, and unwavering focus on user experience just to maintain its leadership position. That in itself poses a kind of structural threat.
Keeping ahead of the pack.
Always. And beyond the competitive landscape, you have broader geopolitical uncertainties that can impact global supply chains.
Trade tensions policies.
Exactly. Trade tensions between major economic blocs, sudden shifts in import-export policies, new tariffs, or even unforeseen global events, pandemics, natural disasters.
Disruptions.
These can severely disrupt established shipping routes, trigger unpredictable spikes in freight costs, or dramatically affect the stability and predictability of Red Bull availability via platforms like Alibaba. These external, often unpredictable factors can inject significant volatility for wholesalers who rely on consistent supply.
A lot of moving parts.
A huge number. However, it's vital to reiterate that despite these headwinds and inherent complexities, the platform remains, for now, indispensable for wholesalers aiming to efficiently and reliably satisfy both local and international markets. Its sheer scale, its established infrastructure, and its continuous adaptation capabilities ensure it remains a central figure in Vietnam's Red Bull wholesale scene.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly now and consider the consumer side of things.
Okay.
So, what does all this intricate supply chain strategy, this complex distribution, what does it ultimately mean for how Red Bull specifically resonates with consumers on the ground in Vietnam? How has it managed to become such a cultural fixture there, beyond just being a beverage?
Red Bull has demonstrated really remarkable strategic acumen in Vietnam. It has skillfully carved a niche for itself that extends far beyond its primary function as just an energetic boost.
How so?
It has successfully positioned itself as something far more aspirational. It's become a symbol of a vibrant, forward-looking lifestyle. This masterful brand positioning effectively reflects the pulse of local consumers, particularly the dynamic, increasingly urbanized Vietnamese population. They're entrepreneurial, hardworking, actively seeking products that enhance their active, often demanding on-the-go lives.
Tapping into the zeitgeist.
Precisely. Whether it's a student running the midnight oil, a young professional navigating a busy workday, or someone seeking a quick refreshment to power through a social event, Red Bull has managed to deeply embed itself with connotations of ambition, drive, personal achievement, modern living, all within the Vietnamese cultural fabric. It's not just a drink, it's become a statement.
And how has Red Bull concretely supported this aspirational brand positioning through its strategic supply chain and, crucially, through its product localization efforts within Vietnam?
It's really a textbook example of sophisticated market adaptation coupled with a truly clever supply chain strategy. Red Bull has intelligently aligned its offerings to resonate with these specific Vietnamese preferences. And they've done so by actively introducing distinct flavor profiles that cater specifically to Vietnamese tastes.
Like the ones we mentioned.
Exactly. We're talking about key variations like Red Bull Gold Vietnam, which features a subtly different taste profile, meticulously designed for the local palate, as well as the Red Bull Gold Thailand and the Vitamin 250 milliliter and Zinc 250 milliliter versions, all of which resonate exceptionally well with Vietnamese consumers.
So specific products for the market.
Right. And these strategic adaptations are made available across multiple formats, ensuring they fit seamlessly into diverse local retail environments. From traditional corner shops and bustling wet markets to modern convenience stores and, critically, HoReCa channels.
Hotels, restaurants, cafes.
Exactly. Places where quick, convenient energy solutions are paramount.
And these localized products, are they just for Vietnam?
Here's what's particularly insightful. These localized products are also tailored for export, often specifically marketed as Red Bull Vietnam Export.
So serving multiple needs.
It demonstrates a key strategy of diversification within the Vietnamese market that serves a dual purpose. It entrenches Red Bull's local appeal while simultaneously creating a pipeline for international demand, especially from Vietnamese and Asian communities abroad who actively seek these familiar preferred variations.
Smart. And the supply chain side.
Underpinning this entire multifaceted strategy, Red Bull's strategic supply chain is robustly anchored by the state-of-the-art facilities of TCP Group in Guangxi, China.
Right across the border.
Exactly. This geographical proximity isn't a mere coincidence. It's a deliberate, calculated decision. This proximity optimizes supply chain efficiency dramatically.
How so?
Being so close to the Vietnamese market translates directly into significantly shorter transit times, substantially lower transportation costs, and far greater responsiveness to sudden market shifts or demand spikes.
A huge advantage.
A critical logistical advantage. It ensures that the Vietnamese market is, quote, consistently stocked and highly responsive to consumer demands, minimizing those debilitating effects of stockouts and maximizing product availability, which is absolutely crucial for a fast-moving consumer good like Red Bull. It's a prime example of leveraging geographical advantage for competitive gain.
Okay, despite Red Bull's strong brand equity, these clever localization efforts, is its position truly unchallenged in Vietnam? Are there formidable local or regional players actively giving it a run for its money in this dynamic market?
That's a vitally important question to address because Red Bull's dominance, while robust, is indeed continually challenged by regional competitors.
Oh, okay.
And these rivals often operate with different strategic advantages. They frequently leverage cost-saving local production tactics, meaning they can undercut Red Bull's pricing quite significantly, sometimes by as much as 20%, maybe even more.
Wow, that's a big difference.
It's a substantial price differential, and that presents a formidable challenge in a market where price sensitivity remains a major factor for a significant segment of consumers.
So they compete on price?
Primarily, yes. But these regional players also often customize their products and marketing extensively to Vietnamese preferences, sometimes even more acutely than a global brand perhaps can, offering alternatives that are both culturally attuned and more affordable.
How do they do that?
They might introduce unique local flavors, use different packaging that appeals to specific demographics, employ grassroots marketing strategies that really deeply resonate with local communities.
A different approach.
A very different, often more localized approach. And this aggressive stance from regional competitors presents a formidable challenge to Red Bull's globally standardized strategy, which, despite its successful localization efforts, often relies on maintaining that premium brand positioning.
So Red Bull can't get complacent.
Absolutely not. While Red Bull's brand equity remains robust and its marketing is highly effective, continued vigilance in local market adaptation will be absolutely key to maintaining its leading position. They cannot afford to rest on their laurels. They must constantly innovate, monitor, respond strategically to the evolving competitive landscape, perhaps by further emphasizing their quality, their global brand appeal, or those unique functional benefits.
Okay, so if we synthesize everything we've discussed so far, the intricate distribution, the specific product demands, the complexities of export, the digital revolution, it's crystal clear that in this complex and competitive Vietnamese market, having the right partner is absolutely essential for international buyers.
Couldn't agree more.
Which leads me to ask, who are the key players that really make a difference for those looking to source Red Bull effectively? What about Asia Grocery Wholesale, for instance, AGW.
AGW. Yeah, they stand out as a preeminent example of a specialized distributor based right there in Vietnam, one that profoundly impacts the success of international buyers.
How so? What makes them stand out?
Well, they are far more than just a trading company. They possess profound FMCG knowledge.
Fast-moving consumer goods.
Exactly. And extensive hands-on export experience that's absolutely vital for expertly navigating the labyrinthine complexities of international trade.
Right. They know the ropes.
They absolutely know the ropes. They are widely recognized for their unwavering focus on high-quality sourcing and international logistics, ensuring that coveted products like Red Bull are not only genuinely authentic, but also reach their intended destination efficiently, safely, and in perfect condition.
And they've been around a while.
They have. AGW has meticulously cultivated this long-standing reputation as a trusted distributor, wholesaler, and exporter of fast-moving consumer goods from Vietnam, and that reputation is solidly backed by over 2 decades of invaluable expertise.
20 years is significant.
It's huge. That depth of experience is simply invaluable in a market as dynamic, nuanced, and rapidly evolving as Vietnam. They possess the deep local network, the established relationships with manufacturers and primary distributors.
The connections.
The critical connections. And the crucial know-how to deliver authentic products from globally recognized brands, like Red Bull, alongside a rich portfolio of traditional Asian products, to discerning customers across the globe.
Okay, so what about their specific services? What's their value proposition for an importer?
Delving deeper into their value proposition, AGW services are meticulously designed to alleviate those common pain points for international buyers.
Like what?
Their unwavering commitment to consistency, documentation accuracy, and responsive communication is truly critical.
Why those 3?
For an international buyer, this translates directly into unparalleled peace of mind, knowing that your bulk orders will be fulfilled consistently, that all the necessary export documents, bills of lading, certificates of origin, health certs, will be accurate, complete, delivered on time.
Reduces headaches.
Massively reduces headaches. And knowing that you can effortlessly communicate with your supplier for updates or problem solving, that makes them an incredibly valuable ally for businesses seeking reliable Red Bull supply from Vietnam.
And they handle the bulk side well.
Absolutely. They play a pivotal role in the very wholesale strategy we emphasized earlier. They consistently offer those incredibly important bulk purchase options.
Right.
And provide competitive prices for large quantities of Red Bull, including all those popular Vietnamese and Thai variations we talked about.
Which helps the bottom line.
As we've highlighted, this is essential for importers looking to capitalize maximally on economies of scale and significantly improve their profit margins.
And the logistics, packaging.
Their specific expertise in packaging, logistics, and documentation accuracy means they meticulously handle all the minute yet absolutely critical details essential for seamless global shipments. This comprehensive approach dramatically reduces risks, ensures full compliance with international regulations every step of the way, and ultimately translates into a smoother, more predictable, and more profitable supply chain for their clients.
So, given their comprehensive expertise, how does AGW truly bridge that crucial gap between Vietnam's considerable production capacity for Red Bull and the diverse, insatiable demands of the global market? How do they make that connection seamless for international buyers?
AGW plays an absolutely pivotal role in bridging Vietnam's robust production capacity with global wholesale needs. They act as this highly efficient, knowledgeable intermediary.
How do they manage that?
They ingeniously leverage their extensive local network and their deep, long-standing relationships with manufacturers and primary distributors across Vietnam. That allows them to source products with exceptional efficiency and reliability.
And they cater globally.
Their service model is meticulously designed to cater to customers worldwide, but with a notable and specialized focus on Vietnamese and Asian communities abroad.
A specific niche focus.
Right. This targeted niche allows them to possess an acute understanding of the specific cultural preferences, the desired product variations like that Red Bull Gold Vietnam or the Red Bull Zinc 250 milliliter, and the precise logistical requirements for these diasporic communities.
So they know exactly what those communities want.
Precisely. This specialized insight means they can provide not just consistent supply, but also offer competitive bulk pricing for the Red Bull variations most desired by these particular communities. They're serving a very specific high-demand segment of the global market extremely well.
So they streamline the whole process.
Essentially, yes. AGW masterfully streamlines the entire, often complex, process. From efficient sourcing within Vietnam to reliable, compliant delivery across continents. They transform what could be a series of daunting logistical and regulatory hurdles into a smooth, predictable supply chain for their international clients. They really act as the indispensable linchpin that simplifies and accelerates international trade for Red Bull and other FMCG from Vietnam.
Okay, so bringing it all together now, based on everything we've meticulously unpacked today, what are the most crucial, the most actionable insights for anyone, anywhere in the world who is looking to import Red Bull or other fast-moving consumer goods from Vietnam?
Right, the key takeaway.
What should they really focus on?
Okay. For importers and distributors looking to thrive in this space, the first crucial insight is the undeniable, significant value of local expertise.
Boots on the ground knowledge.
Exactly. You must proactively seek out and partner with specialized Vietnam-based distributors like AGW. They possess deep, on-the-ground local market insight and extensive practical export experience that you simply will not find, you won't gain it, by relying solely on generic trading platforms.
It's more than an online listing.
Far more beneficial. This specialized, nuanced knowledge is essential for skillfully navigating cultural nuances, overcoming regulatory complexities, understanding the unique intricacies of the local supply chain.
Okay, local expertise first. What's second?
Second, ensuring a stable supply chain is absolutely paramount for business continuity, for profitability.
Why do you include that?
It means establishing partnerships with distributors who can demonstrably prioritize stock readiness, meaning they consistently maintain healthy inventories of popular products.
Right.
They must implement truly flexible order structures that can genuinely adapt to your specific, often fluctuating inventory needs.
Adaptability.
And critically, they need to demonstrate streamlined logistics that guarantee the efficient, timely movement of product from their warehouse right to your destination. Those three elements, stock readiness, flexible orders, streamlined logistics, they're vital for guaranteeing consistent product availability and efficiently meeting your ongoing market demand, preventing costly disruptions, preventing lost sales.
Got it. Third takeaway.
Third, always capitalize on economies of scale.
The bulk buying.
Yes. The clear, measurable financial advantage of consistently utilizing bulk purchase options cannot be overstated in the wholesale business. This strategic approach directly contributes to significantly reducing your per unit costs and, crucially, increasing your profit margins.
Competitive advantage again.
In the fiercely competitive global wholesale market, every fraction of a cent saved per unit adds up exponentially across large volumes. It allows you to maintain a formidable competitive edge or even offer more attractive pricing to your own downstream customers, thereby expanding your market share.
Makes sense. And the final key insight.
And finally, always, without exception, prioritize the advantage of export-ready service. Meaning stressing the absolute necessity of selecting partners who can guarantee full export compliance for every single shipment.
All those details we talked about.
Every single one. Meticulous attention to specific labeling standards required by various target markets worldwide, rigorous shelf life assurance to ensure your product maintains its quality and marketability upon arrival, and strategic container optimization to maximize shipping efficiency and minimize your freight costs.
Don't skimp on compliance.
Never. All of these seemingly minor details are, in fact, absolutely essential for smooth, hassle-free global shipments. Shipments that bypass costly customs delays, avoid substantial fines, prevent product spoilage, ultimately safeguarding your investment and your reputation.
What an illuminating deep dive into the dynamic world of Red Bull in Vietnam.
It's a fascinating case study.
We've meticulously explored how this global powerhouse thrives, haven't we? From the intricate specifics of its local distribution to the sophisticated digital highways connecting it to the world, and that absolutely crucial role played by specialized local expertise.
Yeah, it really highlights that connection.
It's a powerful testament, I think, to how global brands adapt and how vital local partners are in facilitating that expansive global reach.
And, if we connect this to the bigger picture, think about this. In an increasingly fragmented world where local tastes are becoming ever more distinct, more celebrated,
Right.
yet global supply chains are more intertwined than ever before, How will the ultimate competitive advantage for consumer brands worldwide hinge on their ability to do both things really well?
Which are?
To passionately tailor products specifically for unique local preferences like that cherished Red Bull Gold Vietnam or the Red Bull Zinc 250 milliliters we discussed, and simultaneously maintain consistent, incredibly efficient export of those very same tailored products.
A real balancing act.
It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? And one that Red Bull, perhaps with partners like AGW, seems to be navigating with extraordinary skill right now.
A provocative thought indeed. And as you reflect on that, remember that when you're looking to import Red Bull or other fast-moving consumer goods in bulk from Vietnam, Asia Grocery Wholesale, AGW, stands as your reliable wholesale partner. They offer export-ready stock at competitive prices, ensuring a seamless journey from Vietnam right to your market.
They bridge that gap.
To streamline your supply chain and access authentic products, connect with Asia Grocery Wholesale, AGW, your dedicated Vietnam partner for FMCG export.
Worth checking out.
That's all for another enriching deep dive into the fascinating intersection of global commerce and local market mastery. We trust you've gained invaluable insights and feel energized maybe to tackle your next challenge with renewed understanding.